I made a short earlier in my journey of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate calling the Gunlance the worst weapon. I didn't quite appreciate just how bad this weapon is, and it is now my new wall. You know the saying shields up? It's complete BS because look at this. My shield was up, the tail slammed, and... Welcome back, classic crew, to a rant about Gunlance. This weapon is making me feel things. I don't think I often rage quit a stream. I'm not even sure if it's happened before, but the Gunlance against a Bloodbath Diablos has made me rage quit. I was steaming of rage myself, Bloodbath J.O.Hey here, and I just couldn't do it with the Gunlance. I tried Adepts, then I tried Valor, then I tried Aerial, then I went back to Valor without cats. Everything just does not work with this weapon. I went in with, I had guard +2, which lets me, tank some pretty meaty hits. I got sharpness +1 because why not? We always could use a little bit more damage. And then we got a crit boost because again, can use more damage. This is not optimal. I could probably do it better if I slot in artillery. I have learned that, what do you want? Do you want a slap lance or a boom lance? And I like slapping, but apparently I went off and built a boom lance because I chose to build the Nakarkos Gunlance. Because when I asked my community, hey, what should I build with the Gunlance? And they're like, well, the best one is the Snow, the Baron Lagombi one. I'm like, I am not grinding out a deviant weapon. That's just too much of a pain. They're like, well, your options after that are pretty much the Nakarkos, or I can't remember the other one, but I'm like, Nakarkos sounds like the easy one. Let's go that way. And so this lance, if I remember correct, is a boom lance. So I got to learn how to boom and not just slap. So I went in with the Adept style. It was okay, but like the blasting does not feel good. Like I'm blasting and Bloodbath is not even reacting. There's no animation. There's no satisfying sound effect. I'm like, are these things even hitting it? Because I'm in its face and I'm like, boom, boom. And there's nothing to give me as a player feedback that I'm doing something. So I'm like, I don't even know if I'm blasting them. And then, Adept in Gunlance is fine because you're moving the shield instead of dodging like every other weapon. And I was like, well, I did okay with Lance. I should be able to do it here. But all of the animation locks are just so big. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. So anyways, I died. So then I'm like, well, if Adept doesn't work, Valor is usually the solution. So I went in with Valor, and I did do much better here. I lasted 30 minutes. And again, what was throwing me off is just the long animation. Like, if I want to sheath the weapon, it's like, like you could play a whole freaking melody by the time you're sheathed. Hunting Horn is probably done doing its 2 buffs by the time you're done sheathing your Gunlance. And then you want to pull out your Gunlance, and it's like, pull it out, get the little gun thing into play, and then you can finally bash. Everything about it. And then you start booming or you slap, like everything locks up. And I'm like, I need you to move. This monster is moving faster than what you're doing, Gunlance. So I am like just not able to maneuver with this weapon right now. I feel the Valor mode gives me a little bit more maneuverability because I'm like, if I'm about to get hit, I just Valor up. But then the amount of damage I'm taking in Valor, I'm like, why is it so big? I don't remember taking this much damage with my other weapons in Valor or otherwise. So it just feels like I'm squishy. And then what else was there to say about this one? So as I said at the beginning, I have my shield up and you can clearly see like I am shielding and the tail swipe's coming at me and somehow I still card. That's just the BS move. Overall, I can't get into the flow. Like I just don't know. Like with Lance, it was nice and easy. It was like poke, poke, jump. With this one, I don't know. Is it thrust up? Boom, 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 slap, mega boom. That's like 5 minutes of animation lock right there. I'm exaggerating, but you can't commit to that on a Bloodbath. So I'm like, is it just poke, boom, boom? Because the boom, booms lock you up too. And I thought the cats were a problem because they're like pulling the aggro away. So in the last run, I went in without cats. I'm still like just not able to combo anything or maneuver around him. He is just destroying me from every angle. And finally, someone in the chat was like, oh yeah, I can do it with Aerial. I'm like, Aerial with a Gunlance? That sounds like garbage. And I've never successfly hunted Bloodbath with any Aerial anything. My best thing was an Insect Glaive. And even that, I couldn't do it. So I'm like, okay, let's try it. Yeah, that I don't even think I lasted 5 minutes with Aerial Gunlance. I'm like, hop, slap, boom. And then he ran me over. I'm like, okay, we're not doing this. So I don't know what to, like, it's a skill issue, but man, I don't even know where to start. I'm like, how do I get the rhythm of this? But hey, I got it with Hunting Horn eventually. It just took me like 20 hours. It's probably going to happen with Gunlance when I'm refreshed and not tired after doing all these weapons. But man, it's a hard weapon. Now let me share with you the good weapons
If I had one.
that include the greatsword, the hammer, the bow, and the dual blade, because I've successfully completed all my hunts with those 4 weapons. And most of them were good, except for the bow, but I'm going to share all my details with that soon. So after my last journal, my next weapon was the greatsword. And this one, I didn't really know what to expect, because I feel greatsword is hit or miss with me. Maybe more miss than hits. I went in with Valor mode. I had crit draw, which was a new skill I don't usually put in, which lets you, have a better crit when you crit draw. You've got sharpness +1 because I was using the gold greatsword, which is the one you get from a tall Ka. Also learn tall Ka weapons give you 60 more defense, which is probably why I feel squishy with the Nakarko's Gunlance, because I'm not getting that extra 60 def. And then I had focus, which honestly I forget what it is. I should have written it down, and I get crit boost. So that's what I went in, and my strategy was pretty much unsheath, hit, resheath, run around, unsheath, hit, step and repeat, pretty much just do that as much as I could. And it went pretty well because this was my second fastest hunt, almost as fast as my light bowgun hunt. This one was 25 minutes, 10 seconds, which is 3 seconds longer than my light bowgun hunt. So these are my 2 best weapons I've never used in other Monster Hunter games. So as a newly minted, well, not fully minted as an Omni Hunter, but as a soon-to-be Omni Hunter, big tap on the back. I did a good job there. After that, I was like, all right, let's just, greatsword went so well. I'm like, let's get a weapon I think will suck for me out of the way. And I went with hammer because I figured hammer would be like hunting horn, simply because, well, blunt damage. So I went in with hammer adept, and I used the same build as my greatsword. So I had crit draw, sharpness +1, focus. And my strategy was pretty much go bonk, bonk, golf swing, or adept dodge, charge, bonk. Those 2 pretty much carried me through the fight. And I learned you do not want to bonk the head, because I was bonking, and then as soon as I was if you hit the head, you recoil for some reason, which is weird for a hammer, and it locks you up in this animation that Bloodbath will just run you through. So I was actually avoiding the head with the hammer, which again sounds weird. And it wasn't a great hunt. This lasted 39 minutes, 47 seconds, but hey, it was my first attempt. I don't know how many carts I got, but I did it. So hammer was less painful than I expected. I was expecting it to be more painful than Gunlance, but Gunlance right now is really grinding my gears. After that, I did a bunch of grinding. So at this point, I didn't want to go hunt bloodbath grind, I'm like, let's just get all the grinding out of the way. I hate it. Let's just do it. So I grinded Mizutsune a ton of times so I could get my lovely dual blade, my water dual blades made of Mizu parts. I grinded out Nakarko's, which is how I got my Gunlance. I grinded out the bow, which I built the Harbinger's battle bow. It's the same bow I've been using through the whole game. I just leveled it up to the max. And then I've also crafted the Ludroth sword and shield, which is just waiting for me to use them on Bloodbath. And I've also got I love this weapon, the Orcus Quarkus, which is the heavy bow gun. I think it's the Zenogre one. This is like a meta weapon from what I understand. So I have that's ready to go. So as soon as Gunlance is done, we are shooting Bloodbath with a heavy bowgun, and then we are styling on him with Sword and Shield. I really hope Sword and Shield doesn't give me a tough time. All the grind's done. All my weapons are ready. Then we go in with bow. And I did something stupid with bow that I really don't recommend. I completely forgot bow doesn't recenter, relock the camera behind the hunter the way it does it with the bow guns. And I was asking mid-hunt against a Bloodbath, I'm like, how do you adjust this? Someone recommended all these camera changes. So I'm like, I went off to the side. I completely remapped my camera, my controls, everything. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have done a terrible mistake. My gameplay just tanked after that because I was like, wait, why is the camera doing this? How do I pull up my my little laser beam to aim? So I had moved it from holding to, it's a toggle. So you unsheath, you toggle your aim, you shoot. And then if you resheath, you have to retoggle the aim. All I gotta say is the bow is complete garbage when it comes to camera controls in this game. I don't know how they got the guns right and they messed up the bow, but I was fighting the controls. I carded because of that. I think I carded twice, and I went in a little too fast and I forgot to bring in coatings. So I actually beat him without my coatings. And I had started in Valor mode, and then I eventually went into Adept because I was getting caught by the roars. I don't know. I was getting hit a lot. So Adept let me have more maneuverability that I was missing. And the matchup overall felt really bad with this. It just didn't feel satisfying. Maybe it's because I'm used to smacking Bloodbath more often, but it just felt oh, run here, pew, run. It just did not feel as satisfying as the light bowgun, which is like you're constantly shooting bloodbath, whereas this one's like it's almost like the bow is the great sword of ranged weapons, because I think it does more damage per shot. Because yeah, it feels like you're shooting the monster less often, but it eventually dies with less shots is what it felt like. This one, not my best hunt either. 41 minutes. Not really proud of that time, but hey, the bow is done. And then finally, the last weapon I want to share with you today is the dual blades. This one, not my best. I was really fighting with the chat because I was rusty on the weapons. I was trying to figure something out, and the chat was sending me mixed signals. I wasn't understanding what they were telling me. I was like, why are my moves different from demon mode, normal, and like another mystery mode? And people are like, oh, there's archdemon mode, there's demon mode. I'm like, okay, so there's 3 modes. And people are like, no, there's 2. I was like, is there 2 or is there 3? And I was like, my moves are not corresponding. They're like, I'm like, how do I do the spinnies? They're like, hit XM. I'm like, okay, it's not working. They're like, you have to be in demon mode. I am in demon mode. No, you're an archdemon. I was just complete like frustration. I was like, okay, guys, when my swords are shiny, I'm in like demon mode. And anyways, what I've learned is swords shiny means demon mode. No, archdemon mode. Actually, I don't know. Swords shiny means demon mode. When you're not shiny, but your hunter is sparkling, you're in archdemon mode. And then when you have no shiny anywhere, you're in normal mode. And what the buttons do is very different for all those. So anyways, that was complicated. But I went in with adept dodge, and I loved when you were in demon or archdemon mode, and you adept dodge into his charge, and you just spin and like you just spin and destroy everything. You just cut him up. And there's a part where like Bloodbath was charging me, and I'm like, oh, let's go. And I just adept dodge right into it. I think I broke something. It was like a collision, but I came out unscathed, and Bloodbath was like on the ground. Oh no, I got hurt by the poor the dual blades. I learned the power of like having a lot of mega drinks was really important here. So I brought the the elements you needed to craft them so I would not run out of stamina ever. So I was just constantly max stamina, just like going into demon mode. People were criticizing I wasn't in demon mode enough, but I was like trying to figure out how to use the weapons as I went. So I had a lot of fun with this one, and very appropriately, small range on the dual blades. Luckily, the game gave me a small gold crown to do my dual blade hunt with. So yeah, it was just fun, pretty much adept dodging into it. And I learned with more practice, I could definitely get better at this hunt because it rewards aggressiveness. Like you want to pretty much adept roll right into all of his charges and just cut him up, which means you always got to be in demon mode. I could really see how to optimize this fight. This one wasn't too bad. It took me 31 minutes, 43 seconds. It's about mid-level for my skill range. Best one being the light bowgun at 25 minutes. So yeah, all I've got are 3 weapons, the Gunlance being the wall. I just need to practice that one because it's a really big gap on my skill on where I need to get. I think sword and shield and heavy bowgun should be smooth enough. I think heavy bowgun, I'm a bit rusty. I may need 2-3 hunts just to get back into the spirit of, okay, when do I run? When do I set up to shoot him? Like, how do I do this? But I think that'll click pretty smoothly compared to like Gunlance or Hunting Horn. So I really think there is just one more journal and I will be an Omni Hunter. I really hope it doesn't take me 2 months to get that next journal out. So wish me luck. Give me some tips on that Gunlance. Hopefully I see it before I actually defeat Bloodbath with the Gunlance. And I will see you on the next and hopefully the final journal as we become Omni Hunter. Until next time, keep it classy.